Continuing with our theme of anxiety this month, I wanted to talk about something that often brings anxiety for a lot of us, and that is change and the fear of change. And nothing ever stays the same. Everything is always changing. But when there are big changes that are happening in our lives, that can oftentimes bring about these feelings of anxiousness, of overwhelm, and stress. And tapping can help with that. We all go through seasons in our lives. I've moved many times, and the fear of moving to a new place and the changes of having to make new friends or starting a new job, all of that can be a lot for somebody, can weigh on you. Right now, I guess I'm in this season of all of this change that's going on with my parents, and fears that I have with the changes that are happening with them and their care, and fears about the decisions that my sister and I are having to make. And that's just where I am right now. So I want you to take a moment today to think about something that you're having a little anxiety around, as far as your fear of it changing, or maybe you're in the midst of this big change and it's a lot. So thinking about that, take a moment, tune in with your body, notice how you're feeling, and see if you can give it a number on that scale of 0 to 10 with how intense this fear of change is for you right now. And then we'll see if we can get that to come down a little bit. So as always with tapping, we focus on that intense emotion to start, with the intention of hopefully moving that needle towards a better thought or feeling. That's not to say that the anxiety and the stress is going to disappear. I wish that I had that type of magic wand that I could wave for you, but the idea is that we can lessen it and we can feel a little bit more comfortable. And I guess that phrase of being comfortable with the discomfort, getting comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? Because we are always changing, we are always evolving, and that also means that we are growing, and that's a good thing. Okay, so coming to that pinky side of the hand, taking some nice deep breaths, letting it go. Even though I have this fear of change and it's causing anxiety, I love, honor, and accept myself. Even though I have this fear of change, it's okay and I'm okay. Even though I have this fear of change and I'm overwhelmed and all of this is out of my control, right here, right now, I'm acknowledging these feelings. All of this anxiety, all of these worries about what's to come, so much change happening at once, worries about the decisions that I'm making, questioning myself, all of this fear and anxiety. I feel it in my body. And notice how you might be feeling that in your body, how you might be experiencing that fear of change. I'm allowed to feel this way. There's so much happening at once. I understand why I have this fear. All of these fears of the changes that are happening. And I trust that it's all going to be okay. Take a nice deep breath. Let it go. And again, back on the pinky side of the hand. Even though I'm worried about all these changes, and there's lots of fear, and so much of this is out of my control, I love, honor, and accept myself. Even though I have this fear of change, I can't stop this. It's going to continue to change. And I'm ready to feel more comfortable moving with the change. I want to be in flow with the change. No more resisting. Even though I have these fears, I love, honor, and accept myself. I have these fears of how everything's changing. Thoughts about how I don't want it to change. I want to go back to the way that it was. And I know that's not possible or rational. Part of me is a little angry about that. I know I can't stop the change. But I can control my reaction to all of these changes. I can control that. I can control myself and my reactions, how I respond. That's where I choose to focus my attention right now. I choose to focus on what I can control. I can love myself through this. I can acknowledge all of these feelings. I am acknowledging all these feelings. I can feel these feelings and let them go. I can take care of myself. I can prioritize my well-being. I can show up as my best self for those that I love the most. And for me. I get to choose how I respond. I can take it one day at a time, and even one moment at a time. I can feel this fear and I can be okay. Take a nice deep breath. Let it go. How does that feel? Check back in with the anxiety and the fear of change. Do you notice any difference? Do you notice any particular thoughts coming up around it, or memories maybe of past experiences where you've gone through change and it's been difficult, and maybe that's coming up for you? Honor all of those things. Take time to tap on each one of those things. I always encourage people to journal along with this, or just even write a few bullet points about what's kind of coming to mind as you're moving through the practice. And then you can always come back to it and tap on it later, especially if you don't have time right here in the moment. But taking care of yourself is really, really important. And it's going to help you to move through the anxiety, to flow with it, to let it move through your body so that it's not staying all pent up inside and causing you harm, whether that be physically, mentally, or emotionally. You deserve the best. Take care of yourselves. If you want to learn more about tapping, visit my website, mindshiftwithlauren.com. There's classes on there that you can come and attend if you're interested in one-on-one tapping with me. Please reach out. I would love to chat with you. And yeah, I'm sending you so much love, so much gratitude for being here. Keep taking care of yourself. Keep tapping.